Introducing the Intuitive Hour, Awaken Your Inner Voice, with psychic medium, author, and intuitive life coach, Michelle Beltran. The Intuitive Hour will empower you to learn how to magnify the powers of your intuitive voice. Listen in and expand your understanding of what it means to be psychic and how to awaken, amplify, and trust your inner voice.
Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to the Intuitive Hour, Awaken Your Inner Voice, a podcast to assist you in your own intuitive development. I'm your host, Michelle Beltran, and I am so happy you're here with me. We're moving forward in Chapter 26 of my book, Take the Leap, What It Really Means to Be Psychic, and today we're talking about knowing when your practices are working. So the short answer is, you will just know. Identifying psychic ability isn't rocket science, and like any inborn talent, your abilities are already at work. You don't have to follow complicated routines, ritual systems, or even pledge your undying loyalty. If you think you exhibit psychic abilities, probably do. The only job you have is to identify whether or not those abilities go above and beyond the ordinary. You decide when, how, and to what extent you will use your abilities. Research on the subject of psychic skills may lead you to believe that you're pursuing a career or avocation as a psychic is a complicated long-distance run to the finish line. Is any raw talent requires training. While a person may have been born with a talent, it takes professional training to make the most of that talent. Famous artists and musicians had mentors, teachers, or served as apprentices. Training is giving innate talent over to study. It's talent that becomes a skill. Your major concern should be how to take a rational approach to experiencing everything psychic and determine whether or not such experiences are for you. Ask yourself the following questions. Do I pay attention to my random thoughts and feelings? Have I begun to see connections as something bigger and more important? Is my overall awareness of people increasing? Is my awareness of emotions and spirit increasing? Am I noticing the possible implications of something more attached to an object? Am I more aware of my surroundings, its sights, sounds, textures, and smells? Do I find myself working to discover which psychic abilities I may or may not have? Do I spend quiet time meditating and contemplating what exists beyond the reality of this world? And finally, do I realize that small, seemingly insignificant things are things from which to learn? If you can say yes to any of these questions, your psychic abilities are at work. If you're not abilities, don't despair. Take no notice if you feel unsure or if you aren't making quick progress. You may not be aware of the benefit of what you're doing or the impact you're having on others. You may be the victim of a misguided focus or a false belief about your influence and your gifts. Take time to find a quiet place where you can safely evaluate the insights you acquire and the possible quality of your psychic talents. Think about what everything means and what it's pointing you in the particular direction. Be patient with yourself, concentrate on your sensory attunement, and be aware of the quality of your energy output. There are many benefits of developing psychic sensibilities. The practice of any sensibility gives you access to other dimensions as well as enormous responsibility. Psychic sensibilities enable each practitioner to understand situations from a broader perspective. The development of sensibilities is not unlike learning other skills. It may be difficult at first, as you develop your expertise and become more proficient. There is a lot to sort out when you embark on a program to engage and work with your psychic sensibilities. A clear, theoretical base and practical techniques will help you focus those efforts. You will have to practice techniques and look into proposed theories. You will need to learn to relax and relax on cue, making it easier for you to pick up non-physical cues too subtle for beginners to detect. Here are some benefits you can expect from experiences. You'll learn that less stress and less anxiety is making its way into your life. More creativity will be abound in your life. Forecasts of what's ahead will become available. You'll notice improved relationships, increased concentration, better decision making, increased discernment, and enhanced connectivity with the universal matrix. Right, we will bring today's podcast to a close. I would just ask everyone that you take some time going forward in your week to give some quality thought and consideration to what we've discussed today. Next week, we've got a wonderful topic all about spirit circles. I sure hope you'll join me. Have a beautiful rest of your day.
Thanks for listening to the Intuitive Hour. If you're inspired to take your intuitive development to the next step, be sure to enroll in Michelle's newly released Kickstart Your Intuition e-course at michellebeltran.com.